All right, let's get it, gamers. Okay, so when we last left off, we did two really key things. We got obsidian, and we were able to distribute that between our enchantment table and our nether portal. So we now have access to the nether. We explored a little bit, but we did not get very lucky with it. We didn't find a fortress or anything, which sucks, but I'm sure we'll run into one at some point here. We got a donkey, which honestly I completely forgot about. Still need to come up with a name for him. Not quite sure what I want that to be just yet. And we also got an enchantment table, which we still have yet to set up a whole place for. And I've been thinking about it kind of in the time between streams about whether or not I want to build a house here. And I think I have just decided that we are going to build a house in this area right here. Or maybe like right there. There's just the good of this area that we're currently in outweighs the bad of being up so high at like Y156. So I think it's just gonna be worth it if we build an actual house here. Now, I probably will make like a house I've made before, or one that's like based on one that I've made on a different world. I've got an idea for exactly kind of which one I want to do, because when I planned it out originally, I like to plan out a lot of my builds on a creative world before I do them in survival. And this specific house I'm gonna make has a spot for basically everything I would ever need on a survival world. So before we build like an enchantment setup or anything, I think it would be best to build a house. But that being said, this is kind of a large house and we really don't have all that many building materials. So I'm probably going to have to bring a bunch of it over from the spruce forest that is over that way. But I think that means there's three basic things that I want to accomplish today. Number one, I want to go find a nether fortress, which I think is probably the most important and biggest priority. Number two would be starting a house, more or less specifically so we can put our enchantment set up there. And number three would just be continuously like mining and stuff. We have a fair amount of diamonds, but it's still realistically not all that much. Like we have an extra chest plate in here. We have 12 additional diamonds. I would like to get us to a point in which we have a full set of diamond armor. We now have a more sustainable food source, which we accomplished last time, which is good because now I feel a little bit more comfortable going to the nether for longer durations. But we still haven't been here really long enough to the point where we have like a giant amount of food. So I do need to have this grow a little bit, or I need to get a better source of bones. I haven't seen a skeleton spawn. Oh, that was the other thing. I want to get that zombie farm going to a more like a better level. Because I think if we could get an XP farm really early, that would be nice. We're already at 22 levels. So it wouldn't be very hard to get to 30 levels from here. It's just, I have to decide what I want to do first. 13 potatoes, I've got 1 bread. It might be worth getting that zombie spawner going first, just so we have some more time in the overworld and allow this to grow. So by the time we're done making it, we'll have a little bit more food, and I'll feel even better about going into the nether. And actually, that was another thing I was thinking about. I'm not 100% sure, like, if I want to build my house off the bat here, because I've noticed how much easier it is to build a house at the scale I'm going to build it after you've just been playing the game for a while, because you kind of just naturally accumulate resources. So I won't have to repeatedly go down into a cave to go get like stone and stuff over and over again. if I have just been emptying it out at a regular pace. So I've built this farm several times in like the past few weeks, just mostly because we've been playing with my friends and stuff, but I still forget a lot of the time exactly how to make it. So I may have to pull up on my laptop behind me a copy of it that is finished, just so I have it for reference sake. I'm gonna go ahead and break these two. So what I've been doing is I've been putting water in 4 corners, and then I've been finding the center point, and then having mobs drop down 16 blocks so that they're quite easy to kill. But the drawback of that design is I'm too far away from the spawner, so it's kind of inactive when I'm wanting to use it as an XP farm. So what I have to end up doing is I have to make a hole that me and my friends have coined the piss off hole, where it's on the same Y level as the spawner, where it's just like a window that peers into the farm itself, where you can kind of just see everything that's going on. And it activates the spawner once you're in that certain radius of it. And then you have to wait like a good like 5 minutes or something before you can go down in the hole. Or you could just sit there and AFK. A lot of times, my buddy Brian, he has a alt account, which he will sometimes just sit there, and then he'll have his main account farming the mobs that have fallen. What's good about what we're doing right now from a building perspective is I like to make my roofs out of deep slate tiles like they're shingles on a roof. And the house that I'm intending on building uses a lot of deep slate tiles, like a very large amount. Because I'd say it's a good medium-sized house. It's no mega base or anything, but it's a good medium size that's capable of housing basically everything you'd need from like a basic Minecraft survival standpoint. It's a really, really basic XP farm. Typically what me and my friends will do is we'll use one of those farms that manipulates the Minecraft mechanics and how it works instead of as being like a direct spawner like this. Our farm of choice is typically a Guardian farm, which they are a bitch to make, but are so worth it once it's done, just because, honestly, half of the reason we make it is because we just can't be asked to make food all the time. And it feels like we are getting a lot more back from a Guardian farm when we not only get food, but we get XP. We also get pufferfish for like water breathing potions. And there's just so much more that you get out of like a Guardian farm that isn't like... Okay, I mean, it sucks to build because you have to drain out an ocean monument. But in comparison to some of the other farms of its class, I don't think it's nearly as bad. I've never built like a raid farm or anything, but I just can't be asked to try. And I just like doing what I understand, and that's a Guardian farm. What I'm not excited to do is when we go into the Nether today, is to find the fortress, because I know I didn't travel all that much, but just the fact that there's not one like directly outside of the portal makes me really disappointed, because whenever that's the case, I feel like I have just such difficulty finding them. It's like only when you're not trying to find a Nether fortress do you find a Nether fortress, I feel like. And then I have to go carve out a kill chamber, which is 16 blocks below the floor. So that block there that I've already mined out, that's block 1. And then I've got a small hopper system. It's not like a sorting system or anything, it's just like a collection for drops and stuff. So it doesn't fill up my inventory super quickly. With just like a hopper and a single chest there, which is more than enough. You know, I can't really do much with rotten flesh anyway. I guess I could trade it with like... It's the guy with the brewing stand. I don't remember what he's called. Okay. So that should be the first chamber is done here. So I just need to grab 2 more things of water. And then I can go build the kill chamber, which is 16 blocks under it. So where is my water? Should be good, and this shouldn't fill in the hole. Awesome. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no! That's bedrock! That sucks! I've actually never had this happen when building this farm before, but that means I'm gonna have to hit them so many more times. That's still 11 blocks. Although, I need 1 block here for the hopper. Man. Oh no! This is a huge problem actually because of the way the bedrock variance is. I think this is the top of bedrock here. Oh, that sucks so much. Okay, well, I'm gonna make the kill chamber over here then. That's a lot less fall damage than I'd like them to take. But it's okay for now. It's disappointing, but it's okay for now. I need to put a slab right here, a chest here. I'll need to make a piece of carpet too to put on top of it. Because hoppers, they can kind of hold back XP orbs because of the way that their hitbox is. And if you put a piece of carpet on top of it, it's still able to float up towards you. We should run... Oh, we might actually not run into it. Alright, well, even if we don't run into it, I'll take that. Could always use more diamonds. That's 4. That might be enough for a full set now. We had 12 plus 5. That's what? It's like 17, right? Yeah, that's 17. Okay, cool. I was going the right way. And it perfectly comes out right to where our entrance is here. So 17 minus 7 is 10. Oh yeah, so we do have enough. That's awesome. And then I don't have any iron on me, so I can't make my hopper just yet, but I will make my slab, which will go here. We'll swap it out for our hopper and everything later. It is possible, because of how much closer we are to the spawner, that it will be able to activate on its own while we are down in this chamber, which could be... I don't know if it'll be better for it to be like that, or if it'll be more efficient or not. Okay. It's time to get rid of these torches. Cool. He does still take fall damage, which is exactly what we need. So I don't know if we do necessarily need a piss-off hole with how close it is. But I'm gonna put one right here just in case. I will have to reduce the lighting a little bit around this area, but make it just so it's like still dim enough that it doesn't start spawning things here when I'm not intending to have them. Oh my god, my volume's so much higher. And there we go. Now, I do still hear things falling, which means this actually might be close enough to the point where I can sit right here. Oh, did my sword just break? My sword just broke. I think I just got a stone sword from one of them. Am I close enough? I don't know. Nothing's here. But we can mark that off as complete. We do need to still do a few more things to it, but it's nothing major. Wait, yeah, I hear zombies. Okay, so it does work. It probably would work better if I do sit up there anyway, so I'm glad we do have the piss-off hole. But I could potentially AFK with my character right there and still have zombies to come back to. Alright, it's working pretty well so far, though. Yeah, I do have to hit them noticeably more, though. Hopefully, once I have a diamond sword, that'll cancel out easier. I wonder if I have enough to make armor and a sword, because if I do, that would be really nice. I think I'm gonna go up, make a hopper, and see what I can make as far as armor goes. And I might go ahead and put it on, too, and put my iron set away, because it's still pretty good, and if my diamond set ends up breaking before I get mending, it would be nice to have something as a backup if I don't have any diamonds just to make a new one at the time. So we've got 16 diamonds. We have our diamond chest plate. Swap that out. And let's see. So leggings. 9 diamonds. So no, we won't have enough to make a sword. But we do now have a full set of diamond armor, which is awesome because now I feel more or less completely protected from overworld threats. I think it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out. I've been sipping on this Coke for like the last hour, and the strangest thing happened. I had quite literally just brushed my teeth again today, right before I started streaming, and I opened up this Coke, and I swear to you, it tastes like peppermint. Like Crest, the regular like minty flavor. If you drink a Coke directly after it, it tastes just like the way peppermint does. And it's like, I don't know, maybe that's how they make peppermint. I doubt it, but it tastes pretty much identical. It's been a long time since I've had anything peppermint because it's objectively not really good, but it tastes a lot like that, and I've been the only thing on my mind as I've taken a sip of this every single additional time. Okay. Now the problem with this being so close right now is I have to swap out the block that they're falling on top of with the hopper. Which means that they could escape while I do this. Put down the chest first and then the hopper. Okay, and we are done. Sick. There's our collection system. And it's actually, because of this 1 pixel gap between the chest and the edge of the block, I can actually shift here, and now I don't have to shift, and it just keeps me there. 24 levels. Okay. So with that task being complete, I'm gonna go up, empty out my inventory, harvest what food we have, and then we'll go to the Nether.